serious.
Hello?
Geoff?
Hey, this is Geoff.
Hey, Geoff, this is Ben with Live from the Path. How you doing?
Great, man. How are you doing?
We're doing great. This is Geoff with Satellites and Sirens. They're going to be at the Rock Stage at 8:20 on Saturday at the Spirit Midwest Music Festival. And boy, seems like there's a ton going on in the Satellites and Sirens world.
Oh yes, absolutely.
What's maybe
Busy time.
I saw. So is it potentially a new album coming out in the September timeframe?
Yep, September, a new album comes out. Our new single actually just hit radio last week, so it's just starting to get added to a lot of the radio stations, and we're just kind of booking up now and getting the fall in the spring, getting the dates together and things like that. So.
Well, that sounds pretty cool.
Very cool.
Is it? It would be helpful to kind of call and harangue some radio stations into playing Ready to Save.
Oh, absolutely.
Because we can do that. I mean, that seems like something we could put some effort into.
We got friends in high places.
Do that.
I love that idea.
Well, okay. I'm going to think on the best way to make that happen, but I think it should be done. Now, do they? Do you have free promotional copies for this radio station, or do I got to convince them to go buy it?
Oh, we'll get some free ones out for sure.
You know what, Geoff? I knew you were the man. You're going to give out free tunes.
This high-class operation.
As soon as it's done, they're coming your way.
Sweet. Well, that might degrade your operation. I would wait see how effective we are first. One of the things. So, like I said, they're gonna be at the Rock Stage at 8:20 on Saturday. So, where are you guys coming from?
We're actually going to be in Peoria, Illinois, the night before that. So we actually have a little bit of a trek to get there, but it's not too bad, and we're actually excited to kind of come up to that area. And we haven't played in Iowa yet, so we're looking forward to it.
Huh. We'll open up a whole new world for you.
I see your tour dates here, and I don't see Iowa on the list. I'm a little bit upset.
What was that?
I'm just looking at the tour dates here, and I don't see Iowa on the list. I was just
Wait, it's not on there?
Oh, I mean, it's from August 18th and on.
It starts post Spirit Midwest.
Man.
That's because they know that's when everything starts.
Now,
after Iowa.
Now, so Geoff, so if we're looking at satellitesandsirens.com, there's four dudes hanging in a mess of pedals. Which one is you?
I am the second to the left.
Ooh, that's a fierce look you got on your face.
Yeah. I'm definitely the most attractive one.
Well, I mean, I can't outwardly second that, but I mean, I can assent. I can nod my head. Although the guy on the far right is fetching. Anyway.
Are these all the non-working pedals? I mean, you got mad, threw them out in the street, and then everybody tripped over them, and you took a quick picture? How'd that work? That's great.
Yeah, well, we just kind of threw a bunch of stuff down on the ground, and we just kind of fell on top of it, and we just landed so great, and they took the picture right at the right time, and that was actually a one take right there, and
that's
we
awesome.
didn't move anything and put anything in place. It just all landed right there, so it's kind of crazy.
Because some people pay for photographers and stuff. You guys don't need to do that. That's awesome.
Yeah, no, we just went up to this area. We had this idea that the cover of the album is actually just all the gear, and so what we did is we thought it'd be really cool for the shot of us to just kind of throw it all on the ground and just kind of get in the midst of it, because that's kind of how we are. We like a lot of gear and a lot of things, and so we like to use a lot of that stuff. A lot of that stuff that's there we actually use on stage and that type of thing. So
you actually plug it in.
Yeah,
it's not just props.
A little bit of our personality.
So, hey, I noticed it. Did you? How the album was funded? Was it funded through Kickstarter?
Yeah, the album got funded through Kickstarter for the new one, and it was actually a really great kind of come together project. I think for the fans and friends and family and all that kind of stuff, and us to just kind of be able to do that. It was really cool to see it fund. It was kind of exciting because sometimes you're not exactly sure, as a band, you're like, oh, okay, are we actually out there connecting? Are we making the connections? Do people want this new record? And so it was great to kind of see all that come together.
Yeah, and so for the folks that may not be familiar, and you can stop me if I'm not describing this right, Geoff, but so Kickstarter is kind of a way where fans or people that support what you're up to can go and kind of make micro donations to support the project, right?
Yeah, exactly. There's a certain time limit, and then by however much somebody gives to the project, they actually get something out of it. So For $30, you get a pre-release copy of the record with a copy of a DVD of the making of, and all these different things, all the way up to like if you gave $10,000, you could actually go on the road with us for a week. So.
Oh man,
everything in between.
I wish I would have known that. I had $10,000 last week, and I spent it like a fool.
I know me. Maybe we can pool our resources.
Well, I'm gonna have to sell some stuff.
I'll just apply for my school loans and then drop out, and I'll give the money to you guys.
That is amazing.
Yeah, that's New Testament right there.
Number one fan.
That's straight out of the Book of Acts.
As long as you put me in the band as number one fan.
Oh, there you go.
Perfect. Oh, of course.
She'll need a T-shirt.
Definitely.
Yes.
We'll call you number 1 and 2.
And?
Okay, I like that.
Hey, so I had a question. So the band's name is Satellites and Sirens. What is there a favorite name you had that you didn't end up using, or has that kind of been the deal from the start?
Wow, I had the worst time thinking of a band name. I actually was just trying to name the most ridiculous things that I could possibly think of, and I really honestly don't remember any of the other names that I tried to put out there, just because they were that bad. So.
Or is it because this one's so good
that everything pales?
Exactly.
I'm going to spread a rumor that you had previously landed on the Fighting Pandas, and then gave up for Satellites and Sirens. That's what I'm going to go with.
Perfect. Done.
So this past round, so Satellites and Sirens was nominated for 2 Dove Awards. Have you? What was that experience like? That's got to be pretty cool.
Man, it was one of those things that kind of blew us all away. We didn't really expect it. And to be up against, some of the people that we were up against, the Toei Max and the Third Day and the Switchfoot, the Red, it was just kind of like, man, to even be, knowing first off that we had absolutely no shot in winning against any of those people, but just the fact that we were able to be in the same league as those guys was just kind of a real exciting and encouragement for us, because, the first couple of years as a band, going out there just playing as many shows as you can and trying to make a name for yourself, you just don't really know exactly what's going to happen. And so you definitely go through the ups and downs, and so certain times where you're kind of like, well, I don't, am I supposed to be doing this? God, you want me to keep going? What do you want us to do? And the encouragement is just kind of like that. Okay, it came at a great time because we were like, well, let's do a second record, and it was kind of some good encouragement for us to get out there and just keep doing it. So. Oh,
absolutely.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That would be difficult, I think, to decide, to try and figure out if you're doing it for yourself or if it's just a fun thing or if this is what God has in store for you, or trying to figure that out. That would be really. And
difficult. that's a stiff struggle all the way around. I mean, that's something. I mean, I think anybody can relate to is. Whatever. I work in an office building, and the question is, am I working for Christ here, or what? Am I being validated? Is this something that God wants me to do, or am I should I be pursuing something else, and I've just gotten comfortable where I'm at, or I really like this because I like the money or the atmosphere or whatever. I think that's something anybody can relate to.
I think that's a lifelong struggle.
It's hard to when it's like a goal and a passion too. That I've my entire life had this goal and passion to do something musical, and sometimes it's hard to look at that and be like, okay, is this my selfish desires? Is this why I'm doing this, or is this really something that is from you and that you want me to do? And so it's definitely a hard thing.
Yeah.
To decipher.
Well, and it helps when other people confirm what God's doing through you. It's the awards and the whole popularity growing with the band and everything. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Well, cool. Well, I tell you what, Geoff, I really appreciate you taking some time out of your schedule to give us a call. We look forward to seeing Satellites and Sirens again. They're going to be at the Rock Stage at 8:20 on Saturday. Definitely hit iTunes and pick up Ready to Save. I think it's a $1, right? 99 cents? Or do you charge?
Yep, 99 cents.
Awesome.
Do you going right now.
Are you able to jack that up? Like if you wanted to charge $5, could you? Or is it pretty standard at 99 cents?
Technically, I think we could charge whatever we would like to charge, but I don't think anybody would buy it at $5. So,
you know what? Geoff's a marketing genius, and he's good people.
But you don't need as many people to purchase.
There you go.
It is a really smart idea. But
so how do you do autographs with that? You can't like sign the CD if it's on digital. That's like a whole new wave here. How are bands doing that? That's rough.
How are people? Wait, say that.
I mean, they can't come up and say, "Hey, can you sign my CD because I bought it on iTunes."
It's true. You have to like sign each other's Twitter now.
Oh, there we go.
That's what that at sign is. You know, you're like that's kind of like signing something for somebody.
You know, I would feel like that's dangerous if by selling digital music and people don't have something for you to sign, so they come up with weird stuff like, "Can you sign my elbow or my shoe or something?" Like it seemed like it puts you in an awkward position.
Exactly.
I've had people sign my shoe before.
I knew you would do that.
Inside or out?
Out.
I just was wondering.
That's true. Valid question.
Yeah, there's some funny things that people want you to sign. So my favorite though, I sign an iPhone. So
An iPhone?
I'm
Nice.
like, wow,
Man.
that costs a lot of money for you, and you wanted me to put my signature on it. So that
Wow.
means a lot.
I think that's a
Thanks for
commitment.
that, kid.
That's a commitment to Satellites and Sirens, which I am full support of. I think you should be because they're that great. That's so. I tell you what, Geoff, we'll let you go back to bed or whatever it is you're up to at this late hour. We look forward to seeing you on Saturday, and hopefully we'll be broadcasting for the festival. So hopefully we can kind of hook up again and talk some more with you and the rest of the fellas.
Yeah, I'd love to see you guys and meet you face to face for sure.
All right, sounds awesome. Thanks, Geoff.
Cool. Thank you guys.
All right,
Yep,
goodbye.
bye.
Bye.
So here, I'll let you hear a little bit. This is a little bit of Ready to Save by Satellites and Sirens.